Hello. Today I will explain in nutshell about how Dr. Bach has described each Bach flower remedy in nutshell. There are 38 remedies in the Bach remedy system. All of them were discovered in 1920s and 1930s by Dr. Edward Bach, a well-known bacteriologist, physician, pathologist and a homeopath. Bach flower remedies work principally somehow similar to homeopathic medicines, but they don't work directly on physical symptoms but instead on emotions. Dr. Bach believed that healing negative emotions help the body heal itself. His system contains 38 remedies that each addresses a specific negative emotion. The emotions are grouped into seven broad psychological causes of illness. Those are fear, uncertainty, lack of interest in present circumstances, loneliness, oversensitivity to influences and ideas, sadness or despair, cares for others at the expense of self. We will see details of medicines and their division and the above seven causes of illness in another separate videos. So let's start with the remedies with their description by Dr. Edward Bach. First agreement. It's for the jovial, cheerful, humorous people who love peace and are distressed by argument or quarrel, to avoid which they will agree to give up much. Though generally they have troubles and are tormented and restless and worried in mind or in body, they hide their cares behind their humor and jesting and are considered very good friends to know. They often take alcohol or drugs in excess to stimulate themselves and help themselves bear their trials with cheerfulness. Next is Aspen. Is for the vague unknown fears, for which there can be given no explanation, no reason. Yet the patient may be terrified of something terrible going to happen, he knows not what. These vague, unexplainable fears may haunt by night or day. Sufferers often are afraid to tell their trouble to others. Next, beach. Beach is for those who feel the need to see more good and beauty in all that surrounds them. And although much appears to be wrong, to have the ability to see the good growing within, so as to be able to be more tolerant, lenient, and understanding of the different way each individual and all things are working to their own final perfection. Centauri. Centauri is for the kind, quiet, gentle people who are over anxious to serve others. They overtax their strength in their endeavors. Their wish so grows upon them that they become more servants than willing helpers. Their good nature leads them to do more than their own share of work, and in so doing, they may neglect their own particular mission in life. Next is Serato. Serato is for those who have not sufficient confidence in themselves to make their own decisions. They constantly seek advice from others and are often misguided. Cherry plum. It's for the fear of the mind being overstrained, of reason giving way, of doing fearful and dreaded things, not wished and known wrong, yet there comes the thought and impulse to do them. Chestnut bud. For those who do not take full advantage of observation and experience, and who take a longer time than others to learn the lessons of daily life. Whereas one experience would be enough for some, Such people find it necessary to have more, sometimes several, before the lesson is learned. Therefore, to their regret, they find themselves having to make the same error on different occasions when once would have been enough, or observation of others could have spared them even that one fault. Chicory. Those who are very mindful of the needs of others, they tend to be overfull of care for children, relatives, friends, always finding something that should be put right. They are continually correcting what they consider wrong and enjoy doing so. They desire that those for whom they care should be near them. Next is clematis. Clematis is for those who are dreamy, drowsy, not fully awake, no great interest in life. Quiet people, not really happy in their present circumstances, living more in the future than in the present, living in hopes of happier times, when their ideals may come true. In illness, some make little or no effort to get well, and in certain cases may even look forward to death, in the hope of better times or maybe meeting again some beloved one whom they have lost. Crabapple. This is the remedy of cleansing for those who feel as if they had something not quite clean about themselves. Often it's something of apparently little importance. In others, there may be a more serious disease which is almost disregarded compared to the one thing on which they concentrate. In both types, they are anxious to be free from the one particular thing which is the greatest in their minds and which seems so essential to them that it should be cured. They become despondent if treatment fails. Being a cleanser, this remedy purifies wounds if the patient has reason to believe that some poison has entered which must be drawn out. Elm. Those who are doing good work are following the calling of their life and who hope to do something of importance, and this often for the benefit of humanity. At times, there may be periods of depression when they feel that the task they have undertaken is too difficult and not within the power of a human being. Genshin. It's for those who are easily discouraged. They may be progressing well in illness or in the affairs of their daily life, but any small delay or hindrance to progress causes doubt and soon disheartens them. Gores. It's for the people who have very great hopelessness, with the very great hopelessness, they have given a belief that more can be done for them. Under persuasion or to please others, they may try different treatments at the same time assuring those around that there is so little hope of relief. Next is Heather. Those who are always seeking the companionship of anyone who may be available, as they find it necessary to discuss their own affairs with others, no matter whom it may be. They are very unhappy if they have to be alone for any length of time. Next is Holly. For those who sometimes are attacked by thoughts of such kind as jealousy, envy, revenge, suspicion, for the different forms of vexation within themselves, they may suffer much, often when there is no real cause for their unhappiness. Honeysuckle. Those who live much in the past, perhaps a time of great happiness, or memories of a lost friend, or ambitions which have not come true. They do not expect further happiness such as they have had. Next is Hornbeam. For those who feel that they have not sufficient strength, mentally or physically, to carry the burden of life placed upon them, the affairs of every day seem too much for them to accomplish, though they generally succeed in fulfilling their task. For those who believe that some part of mind or body needs to be strengthened before they can easily fulfill their work. Impatience. It's for those who are quick in thought and action and who wish all things to be done without hesitation or delay. When ill, they are anxious for a hasty recovery. They find it very difficult to be patient with people who are slow, as they consider it wrong and a waste of time. And they will endeavor to make such people quicker in all ways. They often prefer to work and think alone so that they can do everything at their own speed. Next is large. For those who do not consider themselves as good or capable as those around them, who expect failure, who feel that they will never be a success, and so do not venture or make a strong enough attempt to succeed. Next is mimulus. Fear of worldly things, illness, pain, accidents, poverty, of dark, of being alone, of misfortune. The fears of everyday life. These people quietly and secretly bear their dread. They do not freely speak of it to others. Mustard, those who are liable to times of gloom or even despair, as though a cold, dark cloud overshadowed them and hid the light and the joy of life. It may not be possible to give any reason or explanation for such attacks. Under these conditions, it's almost impossible to appear happy or cheerful. Next is oak. Oak is for those who are struggling and fighting strongly to get well or in connection with the affairs of their daily life. They will go on trying one thing after another, though their case may seem hopeless. They will fight on. They are discontented with themselves if illness interferes with their duties or helping others. They are brave people fighting against great difficulties without loss of hope or effort. Next is olive. Those who have suffered much mentally or physically and are so exhausted and weary that they may feel they have no more strength to make any effort. Daily life is hard work for them without pleasure. Next is pine. For those who blame themselves, even when successful, they think that they could have done better and are never content with their efforts or the results. They are hardworking and suffer much from the faults they attach to themselves. Sometimes, if there is any mistake, it's due to another, but they will claim responsibility even for that. Red chestnut. It's for those who find it difficult not to be anxious for other people. Often they have ceased to worry about themselves, but for those of whom they are found, they may suffer much, frequently anticipating that some unfortunate thing may happen to them. Rock rose. The rescue remedy. The remedy of emergency for cases where there even appears no hope. In accident or sudden illness, or when the patient is very frightened or terrified, or if the condition is serious enough to cause great fear to those around. If the patient is not conscious, the lips may be moistened with the remedy. Other remedies in addition may also be required, as for example, if there is unconsciousness, which is a deep sleepy state, clematis, if there is torture, agrimony, and so on. Rock water. It's for those who are very strict in their way of living. They deny themselves many of the joys and pleasures of life because they consider it might interfere with their work. They are hard masters to themselves. They wish to be well and strong and active and will do anything which they believe will keep them so. They hope to be examples which will appeal to others, who may then follow their ideas and be better as a result. Next is scleranthus. Scleranthus is for those who suffer much from being unable to decide between two things, the first one seeming right than the other. They are usually quiet people and bear their difficulty alone, and they are not inclined to discuss it with others. Next is Star of Bethlehem. For those in great distress under conditions which for a time produce great unhappiness, the shock of serious news, the loss of someone dear, the fright following an accident, and such like. For those who for a time refuse to be consoled, this remedy brings comfort. Next is sweet chestnut. For those moments which happen to some people when the anguish is so great as to seem to be unbearable, when the mind or body feels as if it had borne to the uttermost limit of its endurance, and that now it must give way, when it seems there is nothing but destruction and annihilation left to face. Next is vervain. Those with fixed principles and ideas, which they are confident are right, and which they very rarely change. They have a great wish to convert all around them to their own views of life. They are strong of will and have much courage when they are convinced of those things that they wish to teach. In illness, they struggle on long after many would have given up their duties. Next is wine. Very capable people, certain of their own ability, confident of success. Being so assured, they think that it would be for the benefit of others if they could be persuaded to do things as they themselves do or as they are certain is right. Even in illness, they will direct their attendants. They may be of great value in emergency. Next is walnut. It's for those who have definite ideals and ambitions in life and are fulfilling them, but on rare occasions are tempted to be led away from their own ideas, aims, and work by the enthusiasm, convictions, or strong opinions of others. The remedy gives constancy and protection from outside influences. Next is water violet. For those who in health or illness like to be alone, very quiet people who move about without noise, speak little, and then gently. Very independent, capable, and self reliant, almost free of the opinions of others. They are aloof, leave people alone, and go their own way. Often clever and talented, their peace and calmness is a blessing to those around them. Next is white chestnut. It's for those who cannot prevent thoughts, ideas, arguments which they do not desire from entering their minds. Usually, at such times when the interest of the moment is not strong enough to keep the mind full, thoughts which worry and will remain, or if for a time thrown out, will return. They seem to circle round and round and cause mental torture. The presence of such unpleasant thoughts drives out peace and interferes with being able to think only of the work and pleasure of the day. Next is wild oak. It's for those who have ambitions to do something of prominence in life, who wish to have much experience and to enjoy all that which is possible for them to take life to the full. Their difficulty is to determine what occupation to follow, as although their ambitions are strong, they have no calling which appeals to them above all others. This may cause delay and dissatisfaction. Wild rose, it's for those who, without apparently sufficient reason, become resigned to all that happens and just glide through life, take it as it is, without any effort to improve things and find some joy. They have surrendered to the struggle of life without complaint. Willow. Willow is for those who have suffered adversity or misfortune and find it difficult to accept without complaint or resentment, as they judge life much by the success which it brings. They feel that they have not deserved so great a trial, that it was unjust, and they become embittered. They often take less interest and less activity in those things of life which they had previously enjoyed. And the last is rescue remedy. 39th Bachelor Remedy is the mixture of 5 medicines out of 38 medicines. And those medicines are Star of Bethlehem, Rock Rose, Impatience, Cherry Plum, and Clematis. This drug is useful in all conditions: physical and mental shock, hysteria, fainting, fear, night terrors, acute pain, accident, fall, injury. So let's meet again next time with another interesting topic. Thank you.